We just sold this home in Parkside Village for $615,000, and in this video, we're gonna break down the exact process that we followed in order to get that result. My name is Chris Elliott. I'm a local realtor and a Wyndham resident, and since 2013, myself and my team have helped more than 550 folks in Central Virginia sell their homes. So the sale started, as it does always, right here at the kitchen table with a conversation to go through with the client what they were looking to achieve, what their timeline was, and what was important to them. This particular client was transitioning to a senior living community. Downsizing is always hard, both logistically but more so emotionally. The biggest challenge for this client was getting rid of all the things that were in the home. This particular situation, there were a lot of things that belonged to the children. They didn't necessarily want their mom to throw away, but they weren't rushing to go and pick it up. We notice this a lot with older clients of the kids have stuff in the home that they don't want mom or dad to toss, but they're kind of leveraging mom and dad's house as free storage. So what we did in this situation is I volunteered to be the bad guy and enforce a realtor imposed deadline in which the kids had to come by and actually get their stuff. Sometimes it's hard for a parent to kind of set a firm date with the kids. So we stepped in and just said, hey, I think we need to have everything out by this date. And if you can communicate that to the kids, you can tell them I was the bad guy and set that date. But that actually gave them a firm date and the kids were able to come out and actually get all the things out of the home, which allowed our client to transition and make the move. So one of the things we also always like to talk through with our clients is our strategy to actually go on the market. So for this particular client, given her circumstances, we realized it was going to be easier to have her fully move out of the house, move into her new home, and then we were going to stage the property after, which made it easier on her. She was only having to move once. She didn't necessarily have to worry about, staging or getting her home ready, and it made it much easier for us as the real estate agents to sell the property once it was fully vacant. We had her move out. With that, when you have a vacant home, it is advisable typically to bring in physical staging. So everything from the chair that I'm sitting on to this decorative bowl right here is actually staging that we brought in, and I can have my video editor flash some photos on the screen there. But our stager did an incredible job, made this house look amazing with all the staging that she brought in. The other thing that we always like to do with clients, regardless of whether they're living in or not, is to get a home inspection before we go on the market. If there's anything that's wrong with our property that we're not aware of because we're not on the roof every day or we're not crawling in the crawl space every day, it's always good to know that ahead of time. This home wasn't that old. It was only a few years old. However, we still opted to do that. The inspector found a couple things that we had a handyman go ahead and knock out, so that way when we went on the market, we had the peace of mind knowing that a buyer's inspection wasn't going to reveal anything major that we weren't aware of. There wasn't going to be any skeletons in the closet that were going to derail a sale once we put the home on the market. So once our property was staged and ready to go, then it was time to create media. So we brought in an amazing photographer, videographer, also licensed drone pilot, Ellis. I'll give Ellis a shout out. So we shot high definition photos. We took a full video tour. We got aerial photography. We went the whole gambit, and we did a broad marketing blast, which here's the results of that marketing blast. We got almost 1,300 video views of the video tour that we shot. We had a little over 12,000 impressions on Facebook and Instagram through both ads and organic reach. We had just shy of 2,000 views of the property on Zillow, a little over 1,100 views on the multiple listing service, 627 views on realtor.com, and then a little over 2,800 views of the property on homes.com. What are the results that actually produce? You might be asking yourself, well, we had 14 private showings. We had 6 open house visitors. We had an accepted offer in just 18 days on the market, and we closed out the sale at $615,000. So if a home sale is in your future, if you'd like to see what the process would look like for you, what we can offer you in your home sale, call, text, email, reach out to us today. Would love to help you, would love to walk you through that process. Thanks for tuning in. Look forward to seeing you on the next video.